Oh man, what a game. What a game. This game, I classify this game as a game of two halves. First half, Newcastle dominated with Chelsea not having a single shot on target. Second half, Chelsea, I would say the first 70th minute, they kind of dominated with Newcastle not having a single shot on target. And in the last 20 minutes, I think both sides could have scored a winning goal. Preferably Newcastle could have scored a winning goal in my opinion, because last 20 minutes was just a whole bunch of chaos going on, bro. There was a whole bunch of chaos going on. Like penalty may have been awarded for Newcastle. A a goal could have been a goal. Harvey Barnes could have scored a goal for Newcastle, and Chelsea Pedro Neto and Garnacho had a couple chances to score as well. But man, what a game! What a game! What's going on, guys? Black Ralphie. I'm here to talk about Newcastle versus Chelsea review. Newcastle 2 and Chelsea 2. And honestly, as a Chelsea fan, we didn't win, but I'm glad we didn't lose. I'm glad we're gonna walk away without 1 point, and we're still gonna be top four as of the making of this video, we're still gonna be top four, but who knows? Liverpool could get a win, Manchester United could get a win, Crystal Palace could get a win, and that's why I would say it's always important that we try to win our matches. I keep saying that in the month of December we don't play good. In the month of December we barely win. I think we've only had one win this Premier League in the month of December. It's still a curse for us, man. I'm gonna let y'all know. The month of December is never a good time for us at all, bro. Because we don't win our matches. And yes, we're going up against formidable teams. We're going up against Newcastle team that's a team of engine, and yet we still couldn't win this game. Now all credit goes to Newcastle because they were balling. I could not lie, bro. These guys did not get tired. Throughout the whole game, they did not get tired. They were pressing, they were dominating the midfield, they were doing everything to win this game at home. And in the first half, they showed that they were the better team, you know. Um, Newcastle came out with a 4-3-3 formation, while Chelsea came out with a 4-2-3-1. And for Chelsea, I think most of the lineup was what I expected. I just didn't expect Enzo Fernandez to be on the bench. I guess I get it. He's kind of not been playing good, and not just that, he's been kind of exhausted. So I guess Enzo Maresca is kind of load managing him. And since Cole Palmer has been out for a long period of time, it will be nice for him to come to start this game and see what he can do, especially when he came up, especially when he scored the opening goal for Chelsea against Everton. And I'll be honest, despite how I was in favor of this lineup, this first half we were bad. We were terrible. We were just straight up booty chicks, man. Like Newcastle took advantage. Newcastle was just a better team, straight up, right? Fourth minute, or rather third minute, so early in the game, right? Baltimore just went ahead and just strike the ball. It was a lovely cross by I don't know, I think it was Murphy, I think it was. And then, we kind of Chalobah missed a chance to clear the ball out, and then Baltimore was just at the right place at the right time, and he just shot the ball right in, and it was 1-0 Newcastle. I was looking at it, and I was just like, okay, Chalobah, you had a chance to clear that ball out. You missed it and you fell, which allowed Baltimore to get that ball and shoot it in. Right. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's early in the game. I don't know, like look, I woke up at 7 o'clock AM in the East Coast to watch this game. So I'm sure that I can't imagine how it would be for Chelsea and Newcastle to play this game. But we expected this. This is St. James Park, so I expected that Newcastle is going to come out blazing. I expected Newcastle is going to come out being aggressive and high pressing, and they were. 20th minute came. Anthony Gordon was amazing for Newcastle, man. The runs he was making, the pressing he was doing, like, oh my gosh, he was so amazing, bro. even though he got such a big hook looking nose, right? With that big ass nose he got on his face right there, he can run and he can press. And he came and he threw a wonderful cross for Waterman to just strike it in again at the 20th minute, bro. How Waterman was able to bypass Profano and Chalobah was very shocking to me. I think this is the most goals Fofana and Chalobah have conceded when they're pairing up together. Anytime that they have paired up together, this is the most goals they have conceded in a single game, I believe. And how Waterman was able to just bypass them was just shocking to me. And that's something that has to be corrected. Now I get it, Waterman is an amazing player. I think he's a nice replacement for Isak, and he has been balling way more than Isak, bro. He has been one of the best strikers to debut this season. Him and Ekitike has been amazing in terms of new strikers coming in outside of the country into the EPL, coming from the Bundesliga. And that was a brace. Two goals up. Newcastle dominating, high pressing. Chelsea did not have a single shot on target in the first half. Then the second half came, and I was honestly worried. I was worried. I was like, Maresca got to yell at these guys. You got to wake these guys up. Wake them up. Like, yell at them if you have to. Tell them, yo, like, top four position is at stake. We are at stake. We have to come out being quick. We have to come out being aggressive, and that's what happened. Chelsea came out second half, and I could tell that Chelsea was looking to be so aggressive and so quick with the ball. 48th minute, Cole Palmer got fouled. Rhys James was going to take the free kick, and honestly, I was thinking Cole Palmer was going to take the free kick, but I was also fine with Rhys James taking it. 30 yards out, beautiful goal. Beautiful free kick goal by Rhys James, man. That's my captain, man. Dog, I love Rhys James, bro. He's a leader. He always set the standards for Chelsea to play so well. When you look at the games at times when like we have needed to play so well, Rhys James has been so impactful in those games where Chelsea has to win. Chelsea must win, or Chelsea must perform, or Chelsea have to overcome. Rhys James has always been one of the standout players in those games. And in this game, he was such a standout, man. He was such a standout. Cole Palmer was he wasn't really good this game, I'll be honest. It wasn't really he didn't really stand out, didn't really do much. I think it was only right that he get subbed off later in the game. But then again, he's coming back from injury and still to get a run of form, so I'll let that skills go. I was fine with Gusto coming off and then Rhys James moving to right back. I was actually fine with that because Anthony Gordon was cooking Malo Gusto. I cannot hold you, bro. Like there's no way Gusto would try to overlap. There's no reason why Gusto would have to go forward, man. I would rather Cucurella does that because Anthony Gordon was cooking Gusto. That was part of the reason why Gordon was able to cross the ball in for Waterman to score that second goal. So it was Newcastle 2 and Chelsea 1 at the 50th minute. And at the 54th minute, Malagoso came off. Rhys James went to right back, and Rhys James was still amazing at the right back position. Rhys James was holding it down at the right back position. I was always worried about Rhys James being at the right back position because I believe that him running up and down would force him to get to pick up an injury. But honestly, I think he's been physically strong this whole season. I think Rhys James can start to play at right back position because he's been like I don't see no sign of him picking up an injury. He's physically strong. He's capable of not getting tired, and I'm like I've been impressed with his the availability that Rhys James have. Um, and then it was game was kind of back and forth, holding up possession well. We were kind of pressing. And then 60th minute. Lovely ball distribution by Sanchez. Lovely um that long ball pass he did to Pedro. What Pedro did, headed the ball out, and Theo kind of slipped, which allowed Pedro to make that run. And he was 1v1 with the goalie and shot that low ball underneath the goalie, underneath Ramsdale, and it was 2-2. Man, I was so happy. I jumped out of my seat. I was like, yes, this is a game. this game was amazing, but this game was also a heartbreak. It was a heart attacking game. My blood pressure was going up, and I'm only 27 years old, bro. I was like, wow, what a game. I am loving this game. It was 2-2. Now, I do want to say something big that happened. Um, I'm trying to remember. There was a there was a penalty that may have happened when Anthony Gordon got a ball inside the box and Trevor Charloball kind of bumped him off the ball, but it felt like it could have been a penalty. And honestly, as a Chelsea fan, I'm just glad either way that it was not awarded a penalty. But is this refereeing has been so inconsistent, right? When I first saw the replay, I said, okay, it was a shoulder to shoulder, right? Like he didn't. The ball was almost on his way out, and it was a shoulder to shoulder. But some people think it was a penalty, and maybe it is, maybe it's not. Personally, I don't think it's a penalty, but maybe I'm just being biased. You guys tell me what you guys think. I think there's a shoulder to shoulder bump, but I think Chalobah was a bit too aggressive in trying to go for that shoulder for shoulder challenge, when instead he could have just shielded the ball, just be in front of Gordon, and Gordon will either have to foul you or push you out the way or foul you. And by the time he even gets to the ball is out of bounds. It's a goal kick. So maybe it was a penalty. Um, but VAR said it's not. Referee said it's not. So I was like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. Now there was a very big miss. Harvey Barnes came on the game. I'm not gonna lie. He dived 2 times, man. Like Harvey Barnes should have gone to yellow. He was diving, but he did had an opportunity to score. He had an opportunity, a very big opportunity to score. Like he just had to just aim his shot, and that would have been 3-2, Newcastle 3, Chelsea 2. That would have been the winning goal for Newcastle if Harvey Barnes did not miss that chance he had later in the game. Overall, I'm just happy that, you know, it was Newcastle 2. It ended up as a draw, but we have to be better. Because honestly, I'm gonna say I think Newcastle was still the better team. I'm not gonna lie. The midfield was better. Um, they took advantage of they took advantage of our height. They took advantage of being physical. They were winning 50-50 balls, second chance balls. They were winning it. The goals that we scored wasn't really like a build up goal. It was a free kick and a long ball pass by Sanchez, which is an assist for Sanchez, I believe. So honestly, I think that we could have done better, but I'm not really happy with this performance. I'm gonna be hold you. I have a very high standard. Now I know that Chelsea is going away to St. James Park. St. James Park has always been a physical ground. The atmosphere is very, very fierce and intense. And the fact that we walked away with a draw and being in top four for now was really, really, really better than taking a loss. And I'm sure Newcastle will be so disappointed that they didn't, score more goals or try to hold on to the 2 goal lead that they had in the first half. But honestly, overall, um, I think it was a very good performance. It was a game of 2 halves. First half belonged to Newcastle, second half belonged to Chelsea. And hopefully we can pick up this form right now. We can pick up this form because shit, I think we have one more game in December. We have one more game in December, and let's get the fuck out of December. I ain't gonna hold you because December is a curse for Chelsea. We don't play well in the month of December. All right, guys, that was my review on Newcastle versus Chelsea. Oh, you guys tell me what you guys think, and please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm on 80 subscribers. I'm hoping I can get to 100 sooner than later. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.